Hello class, today I will be presenting to you about the year 1913, which is the year I chose. In the year 1913, the International Exhibition of Modern Art associated with American painters and sculptors was presented as the Armory Show. The Armory Show had many artists. Out of many of them, a lot of them were American and had a lot of classical art and sculptures. But the attention was driven to European art. For the first ever Cubist painting was shown and released by Pablo Picasso. This painting shocked the country and changed the perspective, and it was called Pablo Picasso's Nude Descending a Staircase. As you can see, it is not what classical art was tended to be. It was not what a lot of people were expecting to see. It is hard to see an image, and some called it just travels across the canvas, but it showed a new type of technique and how it can really attract the eye. And you just have to look really closely because you can kind of see the staircase going here. And this picture, you see a leg, and if you could go into deeper, like you can see the staircase continue here, kind of wrap around up here. So Pablo Picasso was the first artist to make a cubist painting. He would like to change the perspective of things, make it look less real. He didn't want to stay with conventional realistic forms. It was said that Pablo Picasso showed Barquet the first Cubist painting in 1907 called Les Demoiselles de Villon, which is this painting right here, as you can see as well. The women aren't drawn in a classical way. They are not, first of all, they're nude, and they are not, what depicts out of a photograph or a self-portrait. Their breasts aren't round, their noses aren't exact to perfection, their eyes, one eye is bigger than the other, one of them has no hair, the other one, the nose is kind of shifted, and they just have these different type of geometric shapes on them. Then he had his weeping women, which you can see here, that her fingers are up here where her nose should be, nose is off to the left, she looks like she's in a portrait position, but also facing forward. Her hat's just a different type of style. It has all these edges. And then we have his portrait of Dora Maar in 1937. You can see that it isn't the typical portrait that someone would get. It's more of a playful one. There's more color to it. There are blues and greens. There are one's eyes blue and the other one's red. And Cubism has really changed the world of art and informed that other artists started doing it, like Salvador Dali, Frida Kahlo, Mars Dutchman, Diego Rivera, Mero Brito. And in schools, in most art schools, they do teach you Cubism. For example, myself, I went to an art school, and one of our projects was to make a self-portrait of someone, but in a Cubist form. This is mine. I started it off like this. It didn't have clean edges, and we had to use different kinds of shadings and just make them blend in. And then this is the final product that is now hanging on my wall because I'm very proud of it. And it's just a topic we talked about for a while. And what we discussed during this was how we can see Cubism being used in a lot of architectural buildings and a lot of sculptures now, and a lot of furniture. It's just everything's changed and it's like added on to what Cubism can be, and a lot of people call it abstract art because it's not something you see every day. It's not something that's contempt to the form of the way things really are. And it just changed the perspective of beauty itself. It changed the perspective that an art can be whatever comes to mind. It could have a different technique. It could be an impressionist cubism. It can be a Fadism cubism. It can be, you just have a mixture of things, and it could still be beautiful and still be appreciated by a lot of many other artists. Thank you for your time, and that has concluded my presentation.